สวัสดีครับ Main Stand Talk วันนี้นะครับอยู่กับผมแนท นรินทร์พัฒน์ บุญยวรพันธ์นะครับเป็นเกียรติอย่างยิ่งสำหรับพวกเราชาว Main Stand ที่ได้พูดคุยกับศูนย์หน้าระดับตำนานนะครับนี่คือศูนย์หน้าที่ดีที่สุดคนหนึ่งของประวัติศาสตร์ฟุตบอลเปรูเลยทีเดียวนะครับแล้วใครที่เคยรับชมฟุตบอลบุนเดสลีกานะครับรวมถึงใครที่เป็นแฟนของเชลซีก็น่าจะรู้จักเขาคนนี้เป็นอย่างดีนะครับวันนี้เราจะมาพูดคุยกับตำนานนักเตะอย่างคลาวดิโอ ปิซาโรกันนะครับเรื่องราวจะเป็นอย่างไรปิซาโรจะมีมุมมองที่เกี่ยวกับอาชีพค้าแข้งของเขาอย่างไรบ้างไปติดตามกันครับเอาละครับเราก็มาอยู่ด้วยกันกับคลาวดิโอ ปิซาโรนะครับนี่คือตำนานศูนย์หน้าคนหนึ่งตลอดการของทีมชาติเปรูนี่เราจะมาคุยกับเขากันแล้วก็มีหลายคำถามที่อยากจะถามคลาวดิโอนะครับ so you're one of the legendary of Peruvian football the one of the best striker of all time in Peruvian football 317 goals in your career and 85 international appearances. The first question for you, Claudio, is which league and club was the most popular European league and club in Peru before you decide to move there? I know that Alianza Lima, your former club, they have got 24 league titles for now. And are there any other clubs? I heard something like Sporting Huancayo and Melgar. And which club are the best in Peru?
Well, I'm a big supporter of Alianza Lima, the team that I could play when I was 19 years old. I was going to the stadium a lot when I was young. My father took me to see the game from Alianza Lima. And after that, I became a big fan from Alianza Lima. So I'm support the team. And I think at the moment it's the best team in Peru.
Yeah. But in 1999, you moved from Peru to Germany. And what's on your mind when you have got an offer from German club?
Well, when I was a kid, I used to watch European football. And we could see that in Peru, the Bundesliga on the Serie A, the Italian football. So I was a supporter from Inter Milan at that time in the Serie A. And in the Bundesliga, I was a big supporter from Bayern Munich. It was the biggest team at that time. And I enjoy a lot to watch all these big players to play there. And after that, I became also a player from Bayern Munich. It was for me like a dream come true.
Yeah, before you moved to Bayern, which player is your role model in Bayern Munich?
Well, I think at that time it was Lothar Matthäus.
Oh.
He was a really great player. He was not that big, but he was really fast and scored a lot of goals. And I like the way he played at that time.
Okay, thank you. What did Germany look like in your thoughts? And what are the difference when you see and live for yourself in Germany?
Well, when I came to Europe from Peru, it was a big change for me. It was totally different. The players were really fit, really big for what I was used to it in South America. It was a totally different game, but I have to adapt really fast if I want to develop in my career. And that's what I did. I tried to get fast in the culture, in the Bundesliga, score some goals because that's why I came here, and it happened that way. So I was really happy that the things were going well for me at the beginning in Europe.
Thank you. And after 2 seasons with Werder Bremen, you decide to move to Bayern Munich in 2001. Why do top players in Germany mostly cannot resist when an offer from Bayern Munich came?
Yeah, well, I had some offers at the time when I finished with Werder Bremen. I have some important offers from other teams as well, from other leagues. But I decided to go to Bayern Munich because, as I said before, I was a big supporter from Bayern. I used to watch that team when I was a kid. And it was for me a dream coming through to go to that team. And that's why I decided to come to Bayern Munich. They had a great players the year before. They won the Champions League. So it was a good chance for me to develop in my career and to win some titles.
Okay, but it seems like your heart is with Werder Bremen and Bayern Munich. It's like 5 times you play with Bremen and 2 times with Bayern Munich. And why are these two clubs so special to you?
Well, I'm a person who always identify a lot with the teams that I play. And I think it was very important for me, Werder Bremen, because he opened me the door to Europe. And they treated me really well when I came. They made my adaptation into the Bundesliga really easy. And I'm really thankful for that. So that's why I came back a lot. And Bayern Munich, of course, it was the biggest team. I won a lot of titles with them. And when I came for the second time, I wanted to come back, of course, because we got a great team and we had the chance to win the Champions League. That's what I wanted to do it. So when I came back in 2012, we won the Triple Crown. We won the Bundesliga, the German Cup, and the Champions League. And that was, for me, the best year in my career.
So a special moment when you have a treble. Is it like that? Yeah.
Yes. That is something special that we'll never forget.
Yeah. Why did Bayern Munich can achieve the treble? Because in the 2012 and 2013, in the first year, in your second time with Bayern, it's like you said, you had a treble. But why did Bayern can do that?
Well, I think when I came here, I was 2 weeks before I signed that, or a month before I signed that, I went to the stadium in the Allianz Arena to see the final, because the year before Bayern came to the final in the Allianz Arena against Chelsea. They lost that final. I was in the stadium. When I saw how hard it was for the team, for the players, for the city to lose that final. And when I came to the first training the season after, I met the coach, I met the players. I could see in the first week of training that the team wanted so badly to win the Champions League. You could see in every training how the players were preparing for every training, for every game. We were developing in the season to a great team, a great community of players, and that was something special. That's why I think we won all the titles. We have a lot of fun playing that year, and I think it was really important for us to achieve that in that year.
You have a wonderful time with Chelsea as well. Please tell us about your time playing in the Premier League.
It was for me something special at that time when I left Bayern the first time. I was sitting on the bus going after a game, going back to Munich, and I remember I was sitting playing cards with all the players, and I got a call. And when I answered the call, I say, "Hi, hello, this is Claudio," and the people in the other part of the phone said, "I'm Jose Mourinho," and I was like, "Oh." And he said, "Claudio, I want you in my team." So for me, it was something special at the moment. And when he called me, I was like, I didn't have any doubt that I wanted to go to that team, because I got another offers. But coming for a coach that it was something special at that time in Chelsea, I didn't have to think much, and I decided to go there. I have not that luck. After 3 months, he didn't work more for the team. He gets sacked. So he went to another place, and I didn't play much afterwards. So I stayed there that year, but the experience was not the best for me because I didn't play much. I really enjoy it because the soccer in the Premier League is something special. The fan base, the club, Chelsea is a big club, but it was an experience in my career. So I learned from that, and I went forward afterwards.
Claudio, please tell us more about Jose Mourinho. In your opinion, why is everyone call him the special one, and how's your special feeling? There any story you want to tell us about Jose Mourinho?
Well, at the beginning, I just said how it started a conversation on the phone, and that for me was something special. For every player, I think Jose Mourinho called you directly and said, "I want you in my team." It will be something special for you. And I remember another situation when I was in holiday, because I played Copa America in South America. So the team were already doing the preseason. Chelsea was already doing the preseason and they were in USA. But I was on the beach in Peru enjoying my holidays. And I remember I get a text from him saying, Claudio, I hope you are doing well. We're really excited when you are coming back. We just played to Red Bull New York. We won 2-1. Lampard on Drogba score. And we are really happy when you come back. This type of small things, I think for a player is something special. So that you can say, well, I think for this coach, I'm going to give everything, you know? And that's why I think I can say that for me, he was really the special one.
Yeah, fully understand. Back to Bayern Munich. And what are the difference between Bayern head coaches in the time you played for, in your two times?
Yes, I have great coaches at that both times. I think I have two very experienced coaches like Otmar Hitzfeld. He won the Champions League with the team a year before I came. And I learned a lot from him. He was a good coach, a good person. And after that, in 2012, it was Jupp Heynckes, the coach for the team. He was one of the best coaches that I had because at that year we won everything. And I think to be a coach and make everybody happy in one team is very difficult. And he did that. He played soccer before. He knew exactly how to talk to the players. And it was something special for me. And after that, when Pep Guardiola came, it was also something very special because I could communicate with him in Spanish and also to understand the philosophy that he had from football, the form he analyzed the teams. It was something different. And I think he was also one of the best coaches that I got.
Yeah, thank you. And from your view, why are Bayern Munich always the top of the Germany, the top of Europe and top of the world?
Yeah, well, that's the philosophy that the team has, the mentality. I think when you come to the team, you learn very quickly to identify with the team. That is very important with the city, with the fan base, and learn that you have to win titles here. That's what Bayern is born to. Every year you have to develop. Every year you have to show your capacities and learn from the experienced players. Learn to win titles. Be ready every time that coach needs you. I think that's the community that you got here, and that's the way that everybody feels here in Bayern Munich.
Okay, but many clubs in Germany tried to be like Bayern, and why are they always failing?
I think what Bayern, or what makes the difference from Bayern to the other teams is the consistency in the year. I think you got Bayern that they could lose a game or they could not play well in some games, but at the end they got the points. And you can see some other teams like they maybe could win against Bayern, but then they lose against a team they shouldn't lose. And that's what's the difference between Bayern and the other teams. Bayern is consistency in the whole year, and that's why at the end of the season, they are champions.
A little bit in detail, you tell us about consistency and how to make a consistency, because it's too easy to say, but it's so hard to do, Claudio.
Yeah, well, that comes what I said before, that mentality that you learn that you have to be ready for every game. You have so many games and all the players have to be ready. You have 11 players on the pitch, but the players on the reserve bank, they have to be ready to come in to play the other game where the other player has a rest. And I think that's very important. And it's something that Bayern Munich have. All the players are always ready to play the game. So that's why they always compete in all the competitions they have, like the Champions League, the German Cup, the Bundesliga. And that's why I think they get this level of consistency.
Thank you. A little bit about the national team. It's like you retired with the international at 2016, and then today, 2 years later, Peru has went to the World Cup final. And do you tell us about the story about the Peru?
Well, it was of course very difficult for me after playing in 2015. I was not nominated anymore, and 2 years after my country qualified to the World Cup, it was for us Peruvians the best thing could happen to us, because we went the last time in the World Cup from 1982. And 36 years after, we qualified to Russia 2018. And for the whole country was a big achievement. And we tried to do it many times before, but it was not that easy. You got so many good teams, and we didn't get that developed that we used to have.
Yeah, and which is the best moment for you with Peru national team in your career?
I think we went to the Copa America, and we were third in the Copa America. That was for us something special. We were third twice, and it's not that easy to win that Copa America. You got so many good teams like Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Chile, but we managed to get there, and for us was a important achievement to be third in the Copa America. Of course, after that, when we qualified to the World Cup, it was the biggest thing that could happen to us.
Okay, back to your life in Germany, and how playing and living in Germany shape you both in football and human beings?
I learned a lot. I came here when I was 20 years old. Just got married in Peru, and then 3 months after I came here, and it was a different thing for me. The culture was totally different. The weather was different. The food was different. So I have to adapt very quickly. For me, what I have in mind, of course, it was football. I just wanted to play soccer and develop my quality and get better every day. So for me, it was a bit easier than for my wife and my kids here. But at the end, we get into the culture. We learn the language. My kids were born here. We're really happy here now.
Thank you. And after you became a legend in Germany, how much the popularity of the Bundesliga and German clubs increased as witnessed by yourself?
A lot. I think a lot. I think it's very important for us to get more people from other countries to be a fan from Bayern Munich. I think Bayern Munich is the biggest team in Germany, and is one of the biggest in Europe. You can see a lot of times they won the Champions League. We got a big fan bases in every team in the Bundesliga. It's one of the biggest teams in Europe, and always trying to come to the final of the Champions League. And I think that helps a lot to be a big team internationally.
Okay, last question, Claudio. Say something to Thai fans to support Bayern Munich.
Please, all the Thai fans to try to support Bayern Munich. We have a great team. I hope I can come there anytime soon to be with you and have a lot of fun and get people also to Munich to watch the games, and it would be great.
Okay, thank you, Claudio. Thank you for your time, and we also appreciate the information and knowledge and experience you gave to us, and we hope we have a chance to talk with you again soon. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have fun.
Bye. ก็เรียกว่าเต็มอิ่มเลยนะครับกับการได้พูดคุยกับคลอดิโอ ปิซาโรนะครับตำนานดาวเตะทีมชาติเปรูนะครับแน่นอนนะครับว่าเดี๋ยวเมนสแตนก็จะนำเนื้อหาดีๆแบบนี้มาฝากแฟนเพจแฟนช่องเหมือนเช่นเดิมนะครับก็ฝากติดตามเนื้อหาทุกเนื้อหานะครับจากทางเมนสแตนไว้ด้วยนะครับวันนี้ผมแนท นรินทร์พัฒน์ลาไปก่อนเจอกันใหม่โอกาสหน้านะครับสวัสดีครับ